Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Monday, July 21st. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this would be a video for you. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So ticker symbol number one, OPEN. The monster move continues, the upwards move, whatever you want to call it, the trend. I mean, higher highs and higher lows. This whole week has pretty much been me being a broken record and saying higher highs and higher lows every single video. But nonetheless, higher highs and higher lows. So let's get some levels here updated. So I'm just going to go ahead and adjust this area up to now what I would call the newest ideal of sport. Ideal meaning that level that you say, hey, Clay, what would make this chart look the best moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay above $1.90. Now, if the price falls below $1.90, that doesn't mean the chart's destroyed or anything like that. But yeah, if the price could stay above there, that would certainly be the best case scenario. Taking a step back, looking at things from the bigger picture point of view, that is where the purple line here comes into play, which is the 50-period simple moving average, keyword they were being moving. So as time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher. And from the overarching standpoint, as long as the price does stay above that line, then that does imply that the overall trend is still plenty in the bull's favor. In terms of areas of resistance, key level to watch moving forward, at least in my opinion, get this out of the way, is this area right across the top there. So it puts it right up around $2.25, give or take. But at the end of the day, as long as this thing keeps on putting those higher bases, everything else will take care of itself, including breaking to higher highs. So continue to focus on those healthy consolidations, building higher bases, and then just sit back and enjoy the ride. Next one here, IXHL, and like open, very nice trend here. And today, very, very impressive movement. Volume came pouring back in, so that's always a good thing, especially for these penny stocks. You don't want to get stuck in some sort of liquidity trap. But as of right now, good solid volume. So let's get some levels here mapped out. So first level that I would consider that ideal level of support, meaning, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest going forward? And that would be if the price can stay up above 55 cents. But as just previously mentioned, if the price falls below 55, that does not mean the entire chart's destroyed or anything like that. But if the price can stay above it, that would certainly be best case scenario. And then, yes, as I just talked about from the overarching standpoint, just watch out purple line. So as that 50-period moving average moves higher and higher, and I like to call these trend lines for lazy people, because if you don't feel like drawing the trend line, well, then just let the trend line draw itself for you. And again, that is where that purple line comes into play. So keep an eye on that, assuming you care about more so just the overarching standpoint of things. And then as far as areas of resistance, no need to overcomplicate this. Just a very basic question. Where did the party finally stop today? And that was right up there at 66 cents. So no fancy reason or logic. That's just where the supply finally overwhelmed the demand. So that's where the current sellers are at. So 66 cents, key battleground here headed into next week. Next one, BTOG. Talked about this bull pennant pattern in yesterday's video, and here is the power of the bull pennant. Got a very nice breakout, and yeah, believe it or not, we now have another bull pennant, which is a good thing. Assuming you're bullish, when one bull pennant forms and then another bull pennant forms, that is one way that those uptrends can be constructed. So let's get this newest bull pennant into play. So we have our area of resistance, and I kind of lied. Not quite a bull pennant. I'd call this one more of a bull flag. But you also don't want to get too hung up in the semantics because the psychology is the same. The psychology is big move up, now a bit of a pullback, not just a question of can the price continue on. But let me finish drawing out this bull flag just in case you've never even seen what a bull flag looks like. So let's keep it the same color. We have our resistance. We have our support. We have the nice upwards move right there. So hopefully you can kind of see the full flag pattern that has formed right there. So just because something's a bullish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go upwards. But is it valid? Is it a plausible thought to throw out there that maybe, just maybe, if the price can break through that level, that creates additional buying pressure? Again, not guaranteed, but certainly a plausible question to suggest. Next one here, BBAI. And finally, this one decided to act human a little bit, although to be fair, it did actually still put in another higher high. And as has been kind of the theme in this top 10 so far, higher highs, assuming you're bullish, lower lows is the name of the game. And that's what we have here. So had a bull pennant, not the cleanest of situations. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that because really moving forward, a couple of key levels and going just back to that idea of, those ideal areas. And in this situation, right there around $7.80, if the price can stay above there, that would be very, very powerful. But if it doesn't, there's still so many other areas of support. You have the 50-period moving average, which you now know is that purple line. You have the 200-period moving average, which is the pink line down there. So the price could, break through this, break through that, and you'd still have the 200 period moving average, which, whoops, you can't see that. It's behind my, there we go. You can see back here that 200 period moving average did a beautiful, beautiful job back on the 14th, all providing support. So like I said, even if it does pull back some more, the overall chart still doing plenty fine in regards to levels of resistance. Definitely seems as though some sellers have shown up here right around $8.40. It's not exact, but you can see got a little bit above it there, a little bit below it there, but then at that point hit it exactly. So in my opinion, 840, public enemy number one into next week. Next one, LCID, and we're looking at another overarching multi-day bull pennant pattern. So there is the top part of the pattern. Here is the bottom part. And then just to make sure that everybody can see it, let's keep it one color. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. We have the big upwards move right here. We have the golf hole down here. So here we are looking at another bull pennant pattern. So if you like bull pennants, if you like stocks right on the $5 mark, here you go. I want to take a quick break and potentially solve a really big problem that you're having, specifically if you would like to be a day trader, but you are limited with your day trades because of the pattern day trading rule. And even with cash accounts, you're still limited by cash settlement rules. But if you would like to be a day trader being defined as having unlimited day trades every single day, then be sure to check out the link. You've seen it at the top of the screen the whole time, or I'll put it in the description area. And if you go there, you can learn all about trading in a market that has zero pattern day trading rule. This market is open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week, and has some very, very solid movement. So if you like volatile stocks, you will definitely like the market that what you can find there at that link. And it's what I'm doing, and you can watch me do it live. I am live streaming 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you want to see me kind of put my money where my mouth is, that I truly do believe in what I'm talking about here, then yeah, definitely check out the live stream at some point. But yes, if you are very annoyed, if that pattern day trading rule is holding you back from making as many trades as you would like on a daily basis, then definitely check out the link and make sure to use code CLAY to get the promotions. Next one here, UAVS, and we have ourselves, yeah, you guessed it, another bull pennant. So we had this yesterday too in the previous top 10 with a lot of bull pennants, but some days that's just how the market is. It's a very bull pennant friendly market, and that's what we've had here over the past really week if you stop and think about it. But let's just map this out because I can't help myself. So we have the resistance, we have the support, we have the nice move up right here, we have the golf hole down here. So here we are looking at, once again, another bull pennant. I know I'm going through this quicker, but I want to respect your time as much as possible and not just sit there and repeat myself over and over again. So yes, bull pennant, and if you like stocks down below $5, here you go. Next one, QS. I did this one several days ago, and you can see this is why I like the bull pennant. Here's a bull pennant that I talked about one of the last times I did it, and you can see got the break, a little bit of a consolidation, and then the boom, there it went. So yes, there is value in bull pennants. Again, that's not guaranteed to happen every time, but it is a worthwhile pattern. So let's get some levels mapped out here. But at this point, it's actually a bearish pattern. But when I say bearish, that doesn't mean this thing's going to roll over and crash. But what we're looking at here is what I would call a rising wedge pattern. And a rising wedge, despite it may sounding like it's a bullish pattern, is actually a bearish pattern. Now, as I mentioned earlier, just because there's a bullish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go up. Same is true here. Just because it's a bearish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go downwards. But would it be shocking if the price broke through here and then found a bit more of a pullback? No, I don't think anybody would be shocked by that. But again, even if the price did do that, came down here and then bounced back upwards, what would you have from the big picture point of view? You'd still have a set of lows there. You'd have lows there. You'd have other lows down there. And if you envision those as stair steps, again, emphasis on big picture. From the big picture, you'd still very clearly have stair steps in the upwards direction. So when I say bearish pattern, again, that does not mean that the chart is about to get destroyed. But maybe a bit of a pullback, yeah, sure. Pullbacks are healthy. Pullbacks are normal. Unfortunately, nothing can go straight up. So yeah, heading into next week, I would call this a rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. Next one, NAK. Quite the drama over the past few days, and now we're getting more. Drama is a good thing because if you have enough experience, you know that drama can lead to more drama, which can, from a trading standpoint, create some very nice upwards movements. And we've had drama a couple of days, but within this drama, what I find interesting is that after all the beatdown, you can see the price has actually slowly but surely been creeping upwards. Now, let me be very clear, and I wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because there's been all this drama here and then another gap down here, and now just because the price is actually starting to slowly creep upwards does not mean for sure guaranteed that there's going to be some sort of kaboom in the upwards direction. But is it at least plausible? Is it at least worthwhile to throw out there and mention, hey, this is some interesting price action, in my opinion, absolutely. Now, maybe you look at these scenarios and you have zero interest. It's not your cup of tea. No problem. Then I'm assuming this one won't be on your watch list. But if you do like these sorts of scenarios where you get drama and then all of a sudden you start to see some slow and steady upwards price movement, then certainly keep an eye on this one because it really does meet all those criteria. Next one here, NVDA, and we are sitting at a very, very interesting level here headed into next week, and that has to do with the purple line, which I know I've talked about several times already, but that's why I've talked about it in the past charts, because it's one of those areas where when the price does approach it, again, it's not guaranteed, but NVIDIA here, we have a perfect example of how you'd want to see the price behave. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Look at this, right off of the purple line, once more, the 50-period simple moving average. So headed into next week for NVIDIA, 171.80, the value of that purple line would be the ideal level. Now, if the price falls below it, again, does that mean NVIDIA is destroyed? Absolutely not. Look at this beautiful, beautiful uptrend. So I'm definitely talking about more so kind of a nitpicky area in terms of staying above that level would be great. But again, assuming you care about the grand scheme of it all, by no means would, the price falling below there destroy the chart or anything like that. If the price does fall below, though, that purple line there, next potential area where it could, venture down to is the 169 mark. You can see right here, there's a track record of that area holding strong. But again, if the price does hold above that purple line, then that would certainly be the ideal scenario. In terms of areas of resistance, seems though as of right now, the key battleground to watch moving forward right up there around 174.15. So big picture wise, everything's still perfectly fine with NVIDIA, even with a pullback today. Next one, TSLA Tesla, great mover today. This will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched the video from previously, but if you did, hopefully you remember me talking about that resistance line right there, and you can see that opening 30 minutes, price came up there and broke through there. So there's a basic rule in charting that states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. And then that played out absolutely beautiful the rest of the day. You can see the price came down here, former area of resistance, acting as support. Came up, came back down there, former area of resistance, now acting as support. So preferably speaking, if the price can now stay up above 325.50, that would be a very impressive sign of strength. But as I've talked about with some of these other ones, from just the overarching standpoint, just watch that purple line. As long as the price stays above the purple line as itself moves higher and higher, the bulls are in full health. As far as areas of resistance, very straightforward on this one. Nothing complicated, because you can see right here, there are 3 times where the price, let's just call it 331. So yes, I understand. Well, Clay, technically speaking, it's 330.90. Okay, you're right. I'm just going to call it 331. But 3 separate times, there, and there. The price tried to get up through 331 and couldn't quite do it. So that doesn't mean that the price can never get above it. It just means that that is, for whatever reason, where the sellers are currently hanging out at. And that'll be the big battleground headed into next week. But all things considered, very, very impressive day for Tesla. Good, impressive overall week. So that wraps up the top 10 list. And again, if you are somebody that is sick and tired of that pattern day trader rule and you want to move want to trade something that moves very, very quickly and where you have very minimal risk, you can get yourself $50K in purchasing power for $102, then definitely check out the link that you've seen at the screen and again down in the description area and go and learn more about it. And be sure to check out my live stream every day, every day starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about right here. So this is not theory. This is not me not willing to put my money where my mouth is. No, this is exactly what I am doing and what has made me money. So definitely check it out on the live stream if you're still a little hesitant. But yes, if you're sick and tired of the pattern day trader rule, then definitely get signed up and check out this other opportunity that is available to you that a lot of people just don't know about. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you hopefully on the live stream.